Hello friends. So as we saw in the previous episode, Luo Feng was trapped in the terrifying and unknown swamp of the 12th Abyss. There to save his life and show him the right way, his master Zhou Shanke left all his work behind and came down into that deep darkness. After that, Luo Feng used all his strength to gather the priceless treasures of those 5 Chaos Masters and stepped inside the deepest, most mysterious palace of the 12th Abyss. And friends, that was the biggest and most important turning point of our last episode. Now moving forward, today's story starts right inside that mysterious and ancient palace. There was a strange silence all around, and you could feel a super heavy pressure in the air. Luo Feng was stepping forward very carefully, alongside his master Zhou Shanke. Just then, Luo Feng spots a place where a whole line of super old, unique ancient monuments, carved stone slabs were standing. Even though the language carved on those stones was extremely ancient, impossible for anyone today to make sense of, the moment Luo Feng gets close to them, he feels a terrifying, heavy and painful surge of emotion inside his chest. Those carved stones weren't just ordinary rocks. Looking at them made Luo Feng feel as if he could experience the tears and agonizing pain of those ancient warriors, right in his own soul. Those stones were practically screaming that in ancient times, some insanely powerful beings threw everything they had into stopping a massive catastrophe and total destruction. They shed rivers of blood, worked day and night, but sadly in the end, they were completely helpless and suffered agonizing deaths at the hands of that disaster. And before dying, they trapped that exact helplessness and regret inside these carved stones forever. Not just Luo Feng, but even his master Zhou Shanke standing behind him lost all color in his face for a moment when he touched the carvings. A master as wise and all-powerful as Zhou Shanke was shaken to his core just looking at the depth of those carved lines. In a single second he realized that the ancient figures who created these monuments were so terrifying and powerful that no such entity even exists in the entire universe ocean today. Even a master like Zhou Shanke was nothing more than an ant before those ancient giants. Luo Feng's curious mind starts going crazy, trying to understand all this deeply. He turns to look at his master, silently asking with his eyes, who on earth were they, and who owned such massive power? But Zhou Shanke flat out refuses to give Luo Feng any useless details. He believed that Luo Feng's cultivation level was still way too low and weak right now. If he was told about such a high level and the bitter truth of the universe today, his mind wouldn't be able to handle that burden, and his whole cultivation path would be ruined right then and there. However, Zhou Shanke definitely gives him a super useful piece of advice. He says, don't look for the pain hidden in these stones. Instead, read the cultivation marks tucked inside them. If you study these carvings right now, they'll turn out to be your greatest weapon to boost your current level overnight. Luo Feng takes his master's words to heart. After this, both of them move ahead from that spot and step through the doorway of a super special mysterious room deeper inside the palace. But as soon as Luo Feng crosses the threshold of that room, the whole world suddenly starts spinning around him. The direction of the wind changes, and before Luo Feng can catch his balance, he gets completely trapped in a terrifying phantom swamp of illusion. Inside that illusion, he could see terrifying colossal scenes from the past. He saw that countless billions upon trillions of powerful ancient beings were on their knees before a massive, terrifying, shadowy figure. All of them were crying and slamming their heads on the ground like madmen, and only one scary chant echoed from their mouths. Devil's Wing, Devil's Wing. Luo Feng's consciousness was sinking deeper and deeper into that illusion, with zero awareness of his actual body. He was totally locked up in the chains of that hallucination when suddenly he gets a huge jolt. Someone was shaking him really hard. As Luo Feng opens his eyes, he sees his master Zhou Shanke standing right in front of him with a dead serious face. Coming back to his senses, Luo Feng tries to catch his breath, but what Zhou Shanke says next makes the ground slide right out from under his feet. Zhou Shanke tells him, "You weren't in some ordinary hallucination, Luo Feng. You've been stuck inside that illusion in this room without moving a single muscle for the last 3 whole days. 3 whole days. Hearing this, Luo Feng's jaw drops. He realizes that if his master hadn't been right here, he probably would have choked to death inside that illusion forever. Bowing his head right away, he apologizes to his master for such huge carelessness. After that, Luo Feng collects himself and pays close attention to the walls of the room. He realizes that this terrifying illusion was actually coming from a strange ancient carving on the wall. Although his cultivation was still way too low to fully grasp the deep secrets etched on that wall, one thing was for sure. If he could crack even a tiny bit of the cultivation in this carving, he could get the biggest breakthrough of his life. Luo Feng was still lost in that wall carving when all of a sudden the floor of the entire palace starts shaking violently. The color drains from Zhou Shanke's face, and his eyes lock onto the area outside the palace. In a super heavy tone, Zhou Shanke tells Luo Feng, Things have gotten extremely heated outside Luofeng. In the outer planes of the 12th abyss, insanely powerful true gods are clashing with each other, and the terrifying shockwaves of their rage are reaching all the way here. Hearing this makes Luofeng's heart beat fast. A battle of true gods, meaning those absolute powerhouses whose single strike could wipe out an entire star system. Seeing Luofeng's state, Zhou Shangke gives him a super clever trick. He says, you shouldn't drop this carving, but watching that battle outside is super important too. So use your undying energy to leave a clone body here to study this wall day and night, and step outside with me in your main body. Without wasting a single moment, Luofeng obeys his master's order completely. He pulls out his undying energy and in the blink of an eye, creates an exact clone, sitting it down in cultivation right in front of that carved wall. Then taking control of his main body, he sprints out of the palace right behind Zhou Shangke. The moment Luofeng reaches the mouth of the palace and peeks outside, his heart jumps into his throat. The scene outside was nothing short of total doomsday. The sky was split into two, and sheer destruction was running wild across the entire 12th abyss. Right in the middle of the plain stood a massive, fierce, beast-like true god, known as the Beliang god. And surrounding that lone Beliang god were two insanely terrifying and arrogant true gods from the Divine Eye clan, whom everyone knew as Third Master and Sixth Master. Without catching anyone's eye, Luofeng and Zhou Shangke quietly hide behind a massive rock to watch this brutal war. Zhou Shangke whispers low into Luofeng's ear, spilling all the dirt on these true gods. He explains that this Third Master of the Divine Eye clan is a super tough close combat fighter, meaning no one can match him in a face-to-face brawl. Meanwhile, this Sixth Master standing next to him has mastered the nastiest, most lethal soul attacks that strike directly at the mind and soul, and the opponent they're throwing all their power against, Beliang god, is a super stubborn and fierce warrior from the second era of reincarnation. Zhou Shangke smiles and says, today's fight is going to be wild, Luofeng, because the Divine Eye clan comes from the first era of reincarnation, and their power is so insanely blind that they have the guts to mess with two entire holy lands at once. Just then, Luofeng and Zhou Shangke hear a terrifying scream from the middle of the plain. That Beliang god was red hot with rage, roaring at those two Divine Eye clan masters. He was shouting in a heavy voice, are you two blind or what? I've said it 100 times that the treasure you're chasing after like crazy isn't with me at all. I don't have that God-Eater armor, nor do I have any silver-winged treasure belonging to that Luofeng. Why are you forcing yourselves down my throat? But those two stubborn true gods from the Divine Eye clan weren't ready to listen to a single word Beliang god said. They just had nasty smirks plastered on their faces. They say in a harsh voice, don't lie, Beliang. No true god steps into this terrifying 12th abyss for no reason. Coming here can only have two purposes: either to get your hands on that God-Eater armor of the 5 Chaos Masters, or to snatch those wings from Luofeng. Since you're roaming around here, you've definitely laid your hands on those treasures. The Masters of the Divine Eye clan believed that if their ancestral family treasure, the God-Eater armor, was taken by someone from another clan, it would be a total humiliation for the Divine Eye clan across the entire universe. Thinking this, both of them start piling pressure on Beliang god with their full power and throwing life threats at him. Hiding behind the cover, when Luofeng hears their conversation, his entire body gets drenched in sweat. His heart suddenly starts racing at 100 miles an hour because he knew full well that the two massive treasures those two true gods were dead set on burying Beliang god for were not with Beliang god at all, but were actually sitting super comfortably right inside his own ring. If the Divine Eye clan guys happened to spot him by mistake, it wouldn't take even a second to make mincemeat out of him. Just then, trapped in the plain, Beliang god looks around helplessly, and suddenly his eyes land on Zhou Shangke hiding in the distance. Beliang god screams out loud, if you don't believe my words, why don't you ask that Zhou Shangke who is standing over there enjoying the show? Hearing his name echoing across the entire field, Zhou Shangke realizes there's no point in hiding anymore. Dusting off his sleeves in a super calm royal style, he steps right out to stand before those terrifying true gods. Seeing Zhou Shangke pop up out of nowhere, both masters of the Divine Eye clan grow a bit cautious. Annoyed, they tell him, Zhou Shangke, you were always used to staying back and watching the drama from afar. What's the sudden need to poke your nose in today? Quietly step aside and save your own skin. Zhou Shangke smirks in a totally stubborn way and says, hey man, why get so mad? I have zero interest in killing or bloodshed. I just came here to quietly watch the show. Though yeah, I'm not the only spectator in the field. There's another top-tier warrior who's been hiding behind the curtain until now, enjoying your stupidity. No sooner had these words left Zhou Shangke's mouth than the sky above the entire 12th abyss suddenly starts thundering. A super sharp, heavy and commanding voice echoes, ripping right through the air. That voice didn't belong to any ordinary person. It belonged to the biggest guardian and strongest pillar of the human race, Huge Axe Creator. As Huge Axe Creator floats down into view before everyone, there was a strange glare in his eyes. Looking toward the masters of the Divine Eye Clan, he says in a stern voice, "I heard that the 7 true gods of the Divine Eye Clan strike massive fear across the universe, but seeing you two jokers before me today, feels like those stories might not be completely true after all." When Luo Feng sees Huge Axe Creator right inside this terrifying abyss with his own eyes, his eyes pop wide open. His brain stops working, wondering what on earth such a big master of the human race is doing in this dangerous hellhole. Did he come all the way here just to save his life? But the very next second, Luo Feng's heart shudders with fear, because Huge Axe Creator wasn't just a warrior, he was the shield of the entire human civilization and their biggest pillar. If Huge Axe Creator suffered even a tiny bit of harm or got killed at the hands of these two crazy, terrifying true gods from the Divine Eye Clan today, the entire human race would be orphaned, and the rest of the fierce clans would hunt down humans one by one. The whole future of human civilization was riding on the line right in this bloody field of the 12th Abyss. As soon as Huge Axe Creator steps onto the field with total swagger, the focus of both true gods from the Divine Eye Clan shifts straight from Belial God to him. The same trash instantly runs through their heads, that the two huge jackpots dropped in the 12th Abyss, meaning the God-Eater armor and those silver wings, were definitely snatched up by this human. Hearing this stupid accusation makes Belial God's blood boil, and he screams out, slamming their sheer shamelessness. He shouts, "Hey you hypocrites! First you came after me like crazy, and now that you see a new guy, you immediately dump the blame on him? Have some shame." But the masters of the Divine Eye Clan were basically blind to reason. The moment they set eyes on Huge Axe Creator, their hatred hit the roof. They straight up threaten him, saying that the root of this entire mess is a single human, Luo Feng. Because of him, their 5 Chaos Masters were wiped out and their most precious treasure dropped into this pit. They openly insult him, saying humans don't amount to anything, and destruction is the only thing written in their destiny. If they wreck Huge Axe Creator right here today, the biggest pillar of humanity will be pulled out and any trace of their whole race will be erased. Hearing such nasty threats aimed at wiping out his entire kind, Huge Axe Creator's eyes turn blood red with rage. Standing behind cover in the distance, watching all this makes Luo Feng squirm inside. He can't hold back and starts begging his master Zhou Shanke, "Master, please do something. Step up and help Huge Axe Creator." But Zhou Shanke stops Luo Feng with a super cold mind, explaining, "Get your head straight, Luo Feng. The biggest boss of humanity isn't some weak player who'd fall apart just because 2 or 3 jackals start barking. Stand quietly and watch what a real war looks like." Meanwhile, Belial God steps forward himself and offers Huge Axe Creator a team up to trash these 2 arrogant masters. Huge Axe Creator agrees right away without any fuss. Now the patience of both Divine Eye Clan masters completely breaks, and they pull out their sleaziest, most dangerous move. They chant a phantom spell that suddenly rips the sky open, and an army of billions upon trillions of terrifying beasts appears right on the field. The pressure from that army of billions of beasts was so harsh that even Belial God's breath gets stuck in his throat, and he completely loses his composure. But the Divine Eye Clan guys don't stop there. They sacrifice those billions of creatures to summon a massive demon, called the Eternal True God. In the blink of an eye, that Eternal True God stands right on the field, his whole body covered in spiky dragon-like scales, with multiple heads writhing in the air. Standing far away, Zhou Shanke gets a bit surprised seeing that creature, because this move looked like it belonged to a super ancient extinct civilization. At the signal of the Divine Eye Clan, that multi-headed Eternal True God lunges straight for Huge Axe Creator and blasts a terrifying ball of energy from its mouth right at him. That blast was so dangerous that space itself starts ripping apart along its path, but Huge Axe Creator doesn't budge even an inch from his spot. Right at the nick of time, he brings out his biggest weapon, his heavy black axe, and stops that entire blast right on his shield. Before the iron-like shield of the axe, that blast completely fizzes out, making the Divine Eye Clan masters lose all their confidence. Still showing off their attitude, they say, "So what if you blocked one attack? Your game is guaranteed to end on the next one." At this, Huge Axe Creator lets out a loud roar. "Why should I even give this useless pet animal a second chance to bark?" He swings that heavy axe of his in the air, and in the next second, total destruction breaks out on the field, the kind no one could have ever imagined. From the axe strike, a massive shadow emerges that spreads across the entire region, and right before their eyes, that single shadow splits into 12 colossal axes, meaning 12 massive blows all at once. Huge Axe Creator throws all his power into slamming all 12 of those strikes right into the face of that Eternal True God. The shockwave from that terrifying impact shakes the entire 12th Abyss, and that scary Eternal True God can't handle the weight of the blow, flying straight backward through the air and crashing down. Even if that creature somehow survived, every single person standing there completely lost their minds. The eyes of Luo Feng and Beiliang God were wide open. Zhou Shanke's mouth was left hanging wide, and both masters of the Divine Eye clan went totally numb. Not a single sound could leave their mouths. It didn't take them long to realize that the black axe in Huge Axe Creator's hands wasn't some ordinary weapon, but a brand new, supreme true treasure. Huge Axe Creator runs his hand over his axe and smiles. Good thing I came here today. Otherwise, where else would I find better guinea pigs than these two to test out the power of this solid new axe? Seeing themselves humiliated like this, the masters of the Divine Eye clan completely lose their minds. Without wasting a single second, they pull out their third supreme true treasure as well and hand it over to the eternal true God. With the combined power of 3 supreme true treasures at once, that eternal true God becomes a monster 1,000 times more terrifying and colossal than before. Zhou Shanke realizes that things have turned into a do-or-die situation now, because the Divine Eye clan guys aren't going to budge from here today without finishing off Huge Axe Creator. And right at that scary cliffhanger, where the very existence of human civilization was hanging by a thread, this episode ends right here. Guys, so that was our video for today. Hope you enjoyed today's story and my explanation. Do let me know in the comments below how you liked this episode, because honestly, reading your comments makes creating the upcoming videos even more fun. The next part will be out super soon, guys, and the story ahead is going to get way more interesting and wild. So if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button real quick. Alright guys, see you in the next video.
古老传承。看来那2位真主实力通天，巨富者。